Well, greetings, send you all some warm and positive vibrations. So, today I wanted to just come on to send some warm, positive vibes to the Marquez family, to Mr. Pops Marquez as he transitions to become an ancestor and continues to guide his family from the other realm. I wanted to send some blessings and some affirmations to Teena and to your family, to your children, your grandchildren, and all of your future generations. While I did not know Mr. Marquez personally, he definitely touched me because he is the only parent that I have observed really demonstrated some guts to stand up and do what I didn't see anyone else doing. He took a stand for his daughter and for his family. He didn't wait for the government. He didn't ask anybody for permission. He didn't make a lot of big fanfare or big production. He went and he handled his business. And I would say his demonstration is something that is missing today, which is character. I didn't know him. I'm sure he wasn't a perfect human being. He may have had some flaws. But the way that I watched him move, he moved to action to provider and protector for his daughter. And I'm confident and prayerfully that is something that is indelible, that is marked into his children and his offsprings into their brains, that he left that example. We're in a time today where, of course, this is not exclusive to the chocolate or the Afro community. We're in a time today where many folks use the position of eldership, of fathership, of stewardship, of having a position, having more years on the planet, supposedly having acquired more life experience and more wisdom. It's very natural for the younger generations to look up to folks that are older and to ask questions. It is natural for us to seek providers and protectors, and we need to see those examples. So to watch this man fly into action and not to be afraid to confront, to confront what was placing his family, his children in harm's way. We don't see enough of that. And so I felt compelled to come on and to say something. I don't know if his wife or his family will ever see this video. This is not an entertainment channel. This is not really for views or whatever. But just to put that vibration out as a father, this man flew into action and went directly to handle business to protect his daughter. And I'm sure there are many people that are onlookers that have watched who that really touched them if they didn't have their fathers in their life or if their fathers were missing in action. So just something, this is a opportunity to consider and to take stock of with all that's going on. There's a lot that's going on right now. There's a lot of fright and fear. There's a lot of triggering. There's a lot of triggeration. And in that state, quite often we're not thinking clearly. So this could perhaps be a good time to assess whether or not all the onlookers online, the thousands of people that have tuned in to this family's life, have we learned any lessons? Have we learned any lessons collectively and individually? Single parent, parents to be. Have we learned any lessons? Have we observed any clear cut patterns? Do we see any ways that we can avoid headed off at the pass the need for folks to join cults? And so I said and I reasoned that there will very likely always be people willing to go and to join cults because there's a void or trauma or feeling that we didn't get something or perhaps not having got something. And perhaps something to consider whether you have children or you don't have children yet. It's accountability and responsibility. Observe these are two things that could perhaps avoid us going into cults. Perhaps with all the manosphere and the gender wars and the political stuff, there's a lot going on. Perhaps something for us all to consider in order to not produce the term that's being thrown around now, narcissism. How do we avoid producing narcissists? Something that can be observed is that a lot of children are being raised unprotected and they're not being catered to in terms of not just in terms of monetary, but what little human beings need to be emotionally and mentally stable. So this is a good time to consider parenting and parenting response. I know that encouraging us to use our reproductive organs responsibly. However, if we just reason as males and females, how do we avoid individuals and putting out children onto the planet and little beings who are not able to protect? We don't have enough time to protect who we haven't prepared for, who we haven't thought out properly, all the different things that they will need in addition to sneakers and clothing, the lap time that they will need, and the literal protection psychically, emotionally, so they can be productive citizens, so they can contribute something. So they will be folks that have a loyalty to protect their community and women and children. What is it that we need to do to produce something different? So just sending some prayers to Mr. Marquez and his family. And hopefully that's something folks can consider. I don't have all of the answers. I'm not interested in being a martyr, but I invite us to consider what do all of us need to do in order to contribute to an environment that is not prone to narcissism, where little human beings can grow up developed, are the other individuals committed to being parents, not just having fun or an experience? Are we committed to parenting other human beings? This is just something for us to consider. So again, sending you so much. I'm just keeping you in prayer, Teena, and your children, your grandchildren, and all of your future generations. I know I will always remember Mr. Marquez as an example of manhood. He demonstrated manhood, accountability for his child and his children, and responsibility. And I'm just going to move forward saying this. One of the things cults will do is that they will invite you to separate yourself. You hear the term that family is frequency, and these people are not eating as I do. So, encouraged to throw your family members away. Maybe perhaps they eat, or they have a different religion, or their hair is not locked. I invite us to consider that we all have value. Take the best and leave the rest. Because some of the people you may be um, judging or condemning, or that we be judging and condemning, might be the very people that need to help you one day. And we all come with our different strengths. So I just invite us to consider as one of the lessons not to throw people away. We can move, we can do our thing and have our different expression, but we don't need to throw people away. So I invite you all to create a great rest of the day on purpose.